We are black, ladies and gentlemen. This is your MC number 3, the infinite one.
MC capital K, the
And
prettier
G
one.
squared in the
In
building.
the building. We are in the building.
G squared,
Yes.
just say the letter. Thank my letter. Alright, I'm done.
Wow. I mean,
Hey, yo, but like, I'm glad that you know, when you come through, man, I gotta let the people know that your presence is known.
That's right,
man.
that's right.
I mean, it's great to come through, man. Anytime I got a Monday night off, I'm trying to be in here. So,
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
you know, but thank you for having me. You know, I always feel like a guest. I always feel, you know,
Wow.
right at home.
Even when he's like part of the show,
Yeah.
he's behind the business with the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like
Uh,
the third DJ who makes a guest appearance.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, well, once again, Classic Life Radio. As always, we have these hip hop discussions, and with G Squared here, you know, this is something we got the whole family in the building, and this is something we always not argue but discuss about. Albums versus mixtapes.
Here we go.
Yeah, we always bumping heads on different point of views of it.
I think the real, okay, before we even get into it, I think the underlying issue comes that Cap has a feeling about the word mixtape. That word carries more of a negative vibe than
It's a
anything
curse.
else.
That
He
word
says it's a curse.
mixtape. The
Yeah,
word
he says it's a
mixtape
curse.
is a curse.
Now, I mean, I guess we can get into it, but I just wanted to at least point out why you feel the way you feel, because
Whoa.
it's just
Now,
that
see,
word.
the host is being interviewed. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm just,
Now,
Tables do turn.
I'll be glad to explain myself.
please.
When someone says I got a mixtape, it is not taken serious to the person that is the average listener, because a mixtape is like, oh, you're hopping on someone else's, you know, beat. Instrumental. The average rapper will most likely sound like the person that already rapped on that instrumental, you know, and it's just you're not really showcasing who you are. Now you could get like some recognition because it's like, oh, I know that beat, I know that hook, or that it's you may get some attention, but at the end of the day, you're not that person.
Now, see, that segues perfectly into one of the perks of a mixtape. Because okay, I would honestly say one of the biggest perks of a mixtape is if everybody is jamming the new 2 Chainz song. The song may be good or not, but everybody's jamming it. When they hear that beat, that recognition automatically makes them feel some kind of way. All you got to do at that point is not mess up the song. Yeah, just do what
actually,
the person did, or do
you gotta
better.
be better than the person. You have to, because you already heard what he did.
Exactly. So 90% of the time, that's what you're pushed to do. Not everybody's able to do it. Not everybody does it, but that's what you're pushed to do.
That is true.
So when you do that and you do it well, I think it's...
Well, that's not my argument about mixtapes. I feel both of those arguments, but from the business side of it, the financial side of it, you can't sell a mixtape.
There you go.
That's true.
I mean, you can't sell it. It's great marketing.
That is true.
But you got cats that'll do 6-7 mixtapes.
Yeah, there has to be a limit.
See, now that's debatable, and I say it's debatable because of this. One person, Lil Wayne. And give or take what you want.
Lil Wayne had money behind him to help push him.
I know.
A marketing.
But he wasn't the Lil Wayne we know now. Lil Wayne before 60, 70, 90 mixtapes that he put out, before that, he was not getting the recognition. White folks didn't know Lil Wayne like they know Lil Wayne now. And what he did was, and this was his idea according to a little article I read, Baby was against it. But he was like, I trust Wayne.
Yeah.
And he just oversaturated the market to the point.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, but that was a new thing.
That was a new thing.
But now that everybody under the dang sun who rap, got a mixtape, it's like doing a cover song CD. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If you're an R&B singer,
you
can do cover songs, but if your voice is just not like, Whitney Houston on tilt, you wasting your time, and it could have a negative effect on what you're trying to do.
See, but that's the difference between R&B and hip hop. R&B, if you're covering a song, you have to sing what they sung, just your version of it.
Right.
With hip hop, I can take this beat and I can turn it into a G squared track. No questions asked.
Yeah, you could.
That's true. Now, I mean, I guess I do get it from the business standpoint. You can't make money off of it, but if you market it right, it can make money for you or set you up
definitely
to make big money.
But that's where I see that mixtapes need to be a broader part of the overall release of an album. If you got a mixtape song,
an album costs money for the average artist. It costs money, so at least put together an EP
Right,
You know,
that's what I'm
a
saying.
5-track EP, or you know,
Absolutely.
just a demo of your 100% creativity.
Right.
Or if you got money clearance of
And then you got to make sure that the beats that you have on your album coincide with what you've been releasing as a mixtape. Because we just talked about, you can be coming at it from, you know, the left side, and then you go completely right, you know, with something totally different that they ain't ready for.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't jive up with what you've been marketing, and now all of a sudden you've imploded yourself. So, I mean, it's a lot of facets to it.
I mean, a person who I just tip my hat to right now, I'm a big fan of, is Big Crit. And Big Crit just released his album. I believe it was on, or it's coming out tomorrow, I believe. What's today? 26th?
24th.
24th.
Don't speed up time, sir.
Wow. All right. I've got an infant. I'm allowed to do what I want. But he's about to release his album, but before that, he released a mixtape called See Me on Top 4. If you haven't downloaded it, go check it out. It's on thatpip.com and all that. But really dope mixtape. And what he did was he took beats that he had already made, and he didn't think they were going to make his album. Threw them on a mixtape.
And that right there is understandable.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
because Tyler Kweli does the same thing.
Exactly.
His mixtapes are just what he couldn't get cleared or didn't make the album.
Exactly.
So he just puts it together. It's a great promotion, like, yo, a mixtape for the album.
Exactly.
Mixtapes promoting the album. Now, I understand that. But to a degree, like, say, you and me separately, we've been doing mixtapes in high school. And then when we got together, we did mixtapes. And then now we're in a position where we can make beats. We can mix and master our own stuff. Why are we still making mixtapes? You know, if we're in a position where we can, I mean, to a degree, you know, I don't mind a track here and there. You know, just a quick track here and there, you know, to throw out just to keep something relevant, or just let people know I'm still here, I'm working.
So in your
but
opinion,
a whole mixtape project.
if I understand you, you're saying once you have momentum going, like especially if you're a new group, new artist, you got momentum going, you want to put out a project that's gonna help you make money. Mike Drew,
ideally towards money.
We have a guest in the studio, Mr. Mike
Keep
Drew.
going.
Okay.
All right, we'll bring him up. Keep going.
Yeah.
So ideally, it's towards making money. Not saying like I'm making albums to make money, but it's like, you know what, I am an artist. What I do is create. That's
true.
My process. That's how I work. So why would I still be here making tracks over what has already been done when I can recreate a new sound? I can introduce people to who I am as an artist.
That's understood.
See, but
or a producer, you know.
I view it like a tool. That's what you're supposed to view it as.
Right.
If you have an album coming out, and let's say your album is dropping January, if you're done with your album by December and you've got time, use it as a marketing tool.
Exactly.
You know, release these 8, 9, whatever, 10 tracks. Give them out and let that be your mixtape to kind of build fuel for it.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with people still making mixtapes.
Yeah, like, they 3-4 mixtapes in, you know.
Yeah, not even. They got like their 6 or 7, like, and it's like, all right, look.
But I go back to this.
You
talked about buying beats, man. I'm on Twitter, right? On Twitter, number 3, the infinite one. Follow me. But you got cats on there who are selling like beats for $35, $50 a beat. Yeah. Some of these dudes are nice. There's one cat named Orange Pickles that I follow.
Yes.
This dude got some really nice beats. He got a few trap beats in there, a few East Coast, a few West Coast, a few Dirty South beats, but his beats are nice. He not selling them for no $200-$300 a beat right now. You know, he trying to get on too. Yeah. So there are beats out there to be had. You just got to know where to look. Listen.
But yeah, also it's also like, you know, the beat, and then also was really the cost is production, the mixing, mastering, that costs money too. Yeah. So all that, you know, adding up, especially for a whole project album. That's why I say, you know, just to start off, put out a quick 5-track project. Not a quick, sorry, a constructive 5-track project.
I got a question for you then, with that in mind. What if I purchased like say 5 beats and I wrote to them, but all I ever did was perform it live? Wouldn't that be just the same?
It would be, but then, you know what? You got people that love your songs.
Yeah,
they can't get a hold.
And that's fine. They'll pay you. They'll pay to come see you. They'll pay to watch you
every time just to hear your song.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now anyway. I mean, truly, you have to build a following. It takes a while. Right. As long as you're not charging, an outrageous amount of money.
At the end of the day,
No, just take it up.
Because you know, eventually you're gonna start bringing in new people. They're gonna bring people. You gotta hear this guy.
So true. Well, I want to say there's a couple of artists that have done this for years, and actually they get paid major money off of mixtape songs. Papa Duck. A lot of y'all, if y'all not familiar with the Florida scene and things like that, Papa Duck is somebody that you should hashtag and you should Google, because he literally dropped mixtape after mixtape, and his shows be sold out like over 1,000 plus. Off of, you don't even probably know him. You like, who the hell? Like literally, they rap his stuff, and before Jeezy made it to be Jeezy, he was off of, getting booked great shows off of mixtape songs.
That's true.
Off of somebody else's beat. So it's a pro and a con to this whole thing, and if you do it right, coupled with the marketing, it can be done. You know what I'm saying? Us entrepreneur people have found ways to elevate ourselves over just the regular mundane and type of way of getting booked as an artist. You know what I'm saying? What I do want to say, yesterday, Marion Barry, if y'all don't know, this was the mayor who made national headline news because he was on crack. He was found in a crack house, in a hotel or whatever. But as soon as they released him, like a couple of hours later, he died. So rest in peace to Marion Barry, irregardless of what you think he is. He did make it to be the mayor of, Chicago?
Yeah, I think it was Chicago.
Yeah. My mind's somewhere else because I'm trying to find the situation, the ruling.
Ferguson deal,
The Ferguson ruling has came down, and I got some texts already saying that he got away with murder. So I'm trying to find the actual thing, guys. So keep it tuned in. Ferguson, Mike Brown, the family did request right after the ruling was made that we do like 4 minutes solid of silence. This is a radio show. We are the Paul Revere's of radio, so we're gonna have to go through this thing. But I will definitely get the information, and if I have to splice it through the show, we will report what's really going on in our community. So thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you got any type of views or opinions, call us 713-728-2500. We are the voice of the people. Street 93.3, Heat 97.5, Slab 97.9, 18 Media Broadcasting Company is what the business is.
There you go. But to recap back, because like Fire said, people do profit from their
And what was the name? It was Papa Duck?
Papa Duck. People do profit from mixtape, which is true. I ain't saying that you ain't gonna go nowhere from not making mixtapes, but I feel like it's a safe ground. And if you really want to stand out and get out there, you're gonna have to get to that next level.
I agree. If you don't have an album in the projects or in the works, you're probably just beating around the bush. I agree with that. But I also do view it as if you're not ready for an album. Like there are some people, and you've seen, they get in the studio and they're just not up to par, or they still got to work on this, they got to work on that. Their avenue might be stronger in a mixtape field before they're ready for that leap.
That is true. That's something I have not considered.
Well, see, that's why I always say, before you put a project out, the first thing you need to do is sit down and work out your marketing plan. If you don't work out your marketing plan, chances are your money's gonna be a long time coming. And that's a lesson we learned. We learned that lesson firsthand. About marketing, how to market.
Oh, and number one on that marketing plan, don't call it a mixtape. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Call it a CD, call it a project.
Call it a street album.
Yeah, call it a street album.
Because that's what you...
Preach.
Preach. Defiance going to speak. The imp is going to speak.
The imp is in the building.
The imp?
Yeah, that's my new name. Okay.
Oh, Lady Imp?
That's her new mom.
No, not lady. I'm just an imp.
Just imp?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
In the whole world of marketing and the way that music is, I be on a lot of conference calls from labels, this and that. If you rewrite the wording of music, you put yourself in a different demographic and a different category.
Exactly.
Mixtapes will always be in a certain, category and stigmatism. If you say this is a street album, which meaning it's the same thing in the sense of a mixtape, but it gives it a little bit higher credentials.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So 2015, just know Fire gave y'all the imp. some new wording, because the only thing that you have to do is elevate yourself in the education of what music is. So if you're doing a project, just say it's a street album. If it's not something with original tracks and things like that, it's a street album, because you're going to flood the streets. It will be respected as an album and not as a, you know, a downgrading mixtape. Not saying mixtapes can get you there, but when somebody hears album, it's a different stigma that comes along. So don't say fight and never teach you anything. So I want to see a lot of the street albums being presented for 2015. So
Yes,
that's my
indeed.
tidbit.
Okay.
And also, I just had my train of thought. Remember when we started off, we were putting in
Yeah.
work on mixtapes like it was albums.
Yeah.
We were very critical with what we laid down, and it's like I don't want to put that effort into a mixtape. I'd rather
I
put
agree.
that towards
I agree.
an official album.
And see, that's why when I brought up Downstairs Closet,
Yes.
which, if I
Go
mean,
go ahead.
I mean, I feel some kind of way about Downstairs Closet.
Yeah,
only because
we're gonna revamp that.
yeah, okay.
We're gonna revamp
Well,
that.
it's a project. I know people are listening, wondering what we're talking about, but it's a
Yeah.
project that me and Cap kind of wanted to, what did he call it? Take it back to the basics.
Yo,
Hmm.
can I interrupt for just a second?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It looks like the cop got off in the Ferguson trial. So
Yes.
everybody out there, please use caution when going to and fro, because everybody's kind of on edge about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people's temperament's going to be on tilt. Please be safe. Protest silently. Do not turn this into a fiasco. We will not win that way. That is not what Dr. King stood for. That is not how he would want us to handle this. I do understand I'm a black man in America. I've had my share of run-ins with the law. Fortunately, I've walked away each time. But teach your children, man. Just stay close to your kids, man. Change your environment so we can have a better America for us as blacks. Take care of your environment. Take care of your neighborhood, so we won't have to worry about this. The
Okay,
only way it's gonna
let's
change
play
is
this.
us.
I got something.
I think our producer's gonna pull up something on the trial, so give us just a second. But like I said, everybody, please, if you have family out in Ferguson or in the state, please send them a text message, send them a tweet, tell them that you love them, tell them to please don't go the wrong route, because we're just gonna see more bloodshed. You know, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
I'm not shocked. Already knew it was going to happen. Black people around the community, they're not shocked. They already knew it was going to happen. Even with just wishful thinking, they can't get some shit right for a change. But you know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking like, how dumb can these damn jurors be? These jurors are either one of two things. They either racist or they dumb. They dumb as hell. An indictment was needed. Not if you can prove that a crime was committed, but if there could have, keyword, emphasis on could have been a crime that was committed. Out of all the evidence,
I thought this is
all the
the
eyewitnesses, you want to indict this man, not saying that he is guilty, but saying that a crime from his part could have taken place. How dumb can these motherfuckers be, man? But you know what? Like I said, I'm not even shocked. Because it only takes 9 out of 12 jurors to get an indictment or a non-indictment. And guess what? For some strange reason, it only takes 9 out of 12 jurors to get an indictment or a non-indictment. And for some strange reason, 9 jurors are white and 3 are black. I'm not saying the truth has to do anything with race. I just think it's a coincidence, that's all. You know what I'm saying? That you only need 9 jurors out of 12 to get an indictment or a non-indictment.
and they got 9 white.
Just so happen to be just on the coincidence. 9 of those jurors are actually white, and the other 3 is black. I just, just speaking out loud, not making any conclusions or insinuating anything. You know what I'm saying? Just saying what the fuck going on in my mind. Maybe this week I'll put out the video, and I'm gonna show everybody how easy it is to come to an indictment on this officer. Out of all the eyewitnesses and the evidence, they still didn't indict this man. I'm not shocked. I never thought they was going to indict him. So, like I said, I'll put up a video, I'll break down this shit. And this shit is just so easy. It's easy work, man. Easy work. All you gotta do is do your research, use common sense. It's easy work. But you know what I'm saying? I stayed real close to Ferguson. It's like right down the street. I don't know what's gonna go down. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Is it gonna get crazy like the LA riots? We gonna see in a minute. I'm ready for whatever, whenever, however. If it's gonna get that crazy, then you know, we gonna see. I'll let y'all later.
With that said, more of us need to do our civic duty and get on these jury trials. We need to pay attention to local elections. We need to elect judges. We need to elect prosecutors. We need to elect defenders that represent us. Send your kids to school for law. Stop ducking your responsibility. Can't be mad at nobody but us for this. We can only be mad at ourselves. And I hate to go serious on my show, but I really feel about this. I really feel some type of way about this. We gotta stop running from what's our responsibility. Take care of our own. Take care of our own, y'all. And we don't have to see more of our kids die.
There it is.
Man, it's
No,
sad
big
day.
shout out to Mike Brown's family, man. It's
Yeah.
a serious moment.
Very serious moment. Well, we're gonna go into a little musical break.
Or not.
Or not, no?
But
Cap is saying no.
well, you know, we're just gonna finish up.
Well, no,
on this.
okay. Since we've already went back and forth on this
Uh-huh.
mixtape thing, if you're not in a position to, let's say, make an album tomorrow, what do you need to do to get in that position, in your opinion?
There it goes. Well, of course, push out, you know, your music that you have already. You already have a body of work that people can follow. Why add to it unless it's not gonna take you anywhere? So of course, promote, do your shows, and then start looking towards finding producers, find custom beats. There's even people that give out beats for free for
Mhm.
promotional purposes.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell. You can't. Well, you can't sell the CD, but you have custom music that you can give out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
So
it's
disgusting.
it's like it's like doing a mixtape, but it is a custom
beat,
album.
yeah.
So you know you got custom music that people can see
Yeah.
a different side of you. on.
Well, I say the other thing too you could do is do videos, do short videos.
Yeah.
Do like a minute long video, first half of the song. Put it out there, you know, tweet it.
Mhm.
Tweet that
Right.
extension. Put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram.
You know, that's why I love Classic Life Radio. Y'all bring about such a different perspective in music. And I think that music sometimes is put in before the black generation to pacify. Now, exactly when they put the verdict down, BET starts to put these sponsored messages. Guess what they didn't do? They didn't put sponsored messages out there about Mike Brown and the whole situation about our life.
Nope.
Guess what they started putting, and I promise you, it's just not coming out, about the Soul Train Awards.
Wow.
Every music aspect cannot pacify the things that are going wrong in our community.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why Classic Life Radio is so relevant, because y'all take things from a different perspective. I am so disgustingly enthralled inside of the media out, you know, like really? Like that's supposed to
Yeah.
pacify us?
Yeah, even on Twitter, people have been talking about how these people are using this
Right.
as some kind of marketing campaign.
Right.
That they throwing commercials in, that they dragging it out like it's a game show or,
Right.
you know, some, like it's, you know, The Voice or some crazy mess
Right.
like that. You know, they just draining it. One guy was like, milk it, milk it, milk it. Yeah, just milk it, you know? CNN didn't even have the verdict posted. USA Today actually had it posted before CNN did.
And so just know, music, marketing goes hand in hand. Just like when Obama went into office, everybody that had a print shop, whether they was in support of a black president or not, guess who was printing up more Obama shirts than black people? Asians.
Yeah.
Coming from China. They had already had more shirts, you know what I'm saying, Obama for president. That's not even their viewpoint. You understand?
Nope.
Now watch how much propaganda is set up around this thing.
Yeah.
That the family will not even see a lot of the proceeds behind. But the bigger companies are going to cash the fuck
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah, big time.
I'm not the imp ain't gonna say no more. Well, I might say some more
Yeah,
shit.
no, you're good.
Listen, but I just wanted to say that because I'm on here because you know my Facebook and stuff is linked. You know I'm into a bunch of things and I get a lot of stuff first. How the hell I'm gonna get a sponsored message from BET? So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be Black Entertainment News. This is our news. Mike
Yeah,
Brown
yeah.
is our news.
Exactly.
It is
The
our
soul-
son.
the
It
same
is
as the
our
Bob
family.
Johnson soldiers,
But
yeah,
they
they're the
pass
same.
us Soul Train.
Yeah. Better get it
That's-
together. The
that's
revolution
corporate.
has been televised right before your eyes.
That's corporate
They said it
America.
was never televised. The revolution been televised the whole time. Everybody been sleeping.
Yep.
Serious.
Revolution is here. It's been here.
Man, big time. TV was the revolution.
Yep.
And I got a big one in the living room.
And now it's the internet.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, speaking of,
Net neutrality.
with the Mike Brown going down, did anybody read the article about Anonymous sending threats out to
Yeah.
the KKK and
I
the
saw
cops
that.
in Ferguson?
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't read it,
Man.
but I did see it.
Really?
Yeah, like apparently they've been
Wow.
going back and forth over the internet. Like
Yeah.
Anonymous put out a video and then the KKK responded, or one of the
Yeah.
heads of the KKK responded.
Well, they said they've been doing a big recruiting drive in Ferguson since all of this stuff started.
and I can believe it. And
Yeah.
so with
Well,
them going back
Missouri
and
is
forth,
one of those states. I mean, not throwing Missouri under the bus, but they're one of those states
said we-
that's supposed to be a
What
last,
is it?
stand for the
No.
Klan.
Or the
yeah,
backup.
because it's Missouri, nobody wants to go there.
The
I'm just
backup?
playing. I'm just playing.
Well, we want to go there.
Nah, I'm just
Not
playing.
to
We
the
love you,
crazies,
Missouri.
yeah,
We love you,
yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah,
No, but with their going back and forth or whatever, Anonymous then hacked into their Twitter account, like shut it down. Also hacked their website, released like the identity of I don't know
The
how many.
Klan has a Twitter site.
Yeah, they have a Twitter.
Well, I never understood this whole. I never understood this whole thing
Yeah,
about.
they got a Twitter site.
I'm going out. I hate you. I'm gonna kill you.
And
but
they're
yeah, I'm
taking
gonna wear a
black people
hood,
now.
so you can't see who I am.
Yeah.
And then you call everybody else cowards. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I guess if the
I mean,
Pope can
look,
be on Twitter, so can the
This is how I
Pope.
see it.
Exactly.
It's 2014, going into 2015. By now, it's like I really can't be surprised by anything that's going on in this world. It's the idea for chaos is so available.
But we gotta not go that route, man. Because God
Exactly.
don't live in that. God don't live in chaos.
You
can't.
It's
You
all
can't
a
live in
test,
that. Yeah, it's our test. It's
It's all
finally
a
our
test.
test. It's finally time for us as black people to wake up. It is. It's time for us to take our own destiny back. It's time for us to make our own movement and handle us instead of waiting for everybody else to give it to us, man.
Exactly.
That Classic Life, again, Classic Life Radio. This whole thing is about a classic life, living a good life, a happy life, a fun life, a classic
Productive
life, productive life. Yeah, it has a meaning, it has a purpose.
Prolific even.
Thank you. That's why we call our fans our lifers. We're looking for lifers. We want people to join in with us. We want people to help us move this life forward.
Mhm.
You know what's funny
And
is I
vice versa,
just
we share it
told
back.
Yeah, basically.
I just told a coworker, I was like, you look like you could have been a lifer, and she didn't know what I meant. I thought I meant.
That's
she
the same look I got when I said, "Do you know who G squared is?" They
You
were
know
like,
what? Hashtag who is G squared. You can
Who-
see that on Instagram. Also see it on Facebook. Just hashtag it and see what pops up.
And it's gonna grow from there.
Oh, it has to.
Yeah.
It
Oh
has
yeah,
to.
You'll
it's
see.
already started. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all been
Yeah.
checking it out.
Positive
Hashtag
vibes, baby.
who is G squared.
Who is G squared?
But yeah, so I really like that topic about mixtapes versus, because I've never sit in with you two talking about it. I've never sit. I've
Yeah.
talked about it individually, but never with the two of you
It's
together.
the first
So
time all three of us have
very
sat
unique
down like
perspective,
this.
because both
Yeah.
of you guys being artists, he's a fan of it, but he's a freestyle battler. You're
See,
not
something's
a
wrong
fan
with
of it, and
something's
you're a writer.
wrong with G squared.
Nothing-
This-
nothing
no,
is-
hold
nothing
on,
is
hold
wrong
on.
with me.
No.
Nothing is
See,
wrong.
this is how G squared works. He writes it, records it, drops it. Writes it, records it, drops it.
Okay.
He
I've
he's just
got-
ready
he's
to
a machine.
move, which I
need-
so respect.
I see
I
that
busy
nobody
hands.
took him up on his challenge, his
Yeah, we
freestyle
put
battle.
that challenge weeks ago.
When did y'all put a challenge? Y'all put a challenge out?
Oh, man.
Wasn't it the last time when he was
Oh
here?
my God!
No.
Yeah.
Or the time, the
No.
week
Time before that.
No, it was the week before.
Oh, because I was like, when
Yeah.
I was here, he performed, and I was sitting here like Google
Wow,
the fool.
here we
Because
go.
he was like, you know what?
Drinking that salt water.
Yeah. He was like,
Uh-huh.
let me borrow your shine real quick, G. And I was
Like,
like, oh, okay.
Nobody know what happened after that performance,
You have to go.
cause when we left the building, he came at me, wanted to break the bottle, go for arteries.
Listen.
It was. I was threatening people.
I just felt like if I was here for the
Please
first
call
time,
in to make sure I'm okay.
I was here for the first time on the show. I just felt like we shouldn't be listening to Cat perform live.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear it all the time.
Hootie hoo!
But yeah, man. But we got you. We got you this time, G.
Okay, well,
we're gonna take care of
that's
you know.
A homie Mike Drew is doing
Yeah.
having a album release at Mr. A's tonight. If you can sing over there, if you're
Single,
listening. Single release?
Single release.
Okay, if you can get over there, please join the homie. You will not be disappointed. Live on stage.
I saw him for the first time at the Music Exchange. Little buddy tore it. Well, not little. This dude is a giant.
Yeah,
But
he's like
he tore it
tall.
down, man. He tore it down.
With fangs, you know.
What was it? It was pink eye, HIV, and the flu. That
Yeah.
boy
Yeah. Oh, man, he killed me
killed
with that.
it, man. I
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
my
they
mind.
killed me with that.
Lost my mind.
Huh?
Dude's a lyrical monster.
If you don't know about him, man,
Mike
Google-
Drew,
Look him up.
Mike Drew.
MICDREW.
we'll actually play his music, you know, before the night goes, and give a little announcement on the show that he's got going on.
We're trying to get him
December
to
13th.
be our guest on the show.
Oh yeah, he's gonna come. He's gonna come by and properly introduce himself,
Dang
and
That's
you
it.
know, let you know what he's got going on.
That's cute.
in
Tell
his
me.
life as well.
Yeah.
But before we like got segued,
Just give me 2%. I ain't gonna
we
have to
brought
see
up downstairs closet.
Oh yeah, downstairs closet.
And you were trying to go somewhere with that.
Yeah, no, downstairs closet is a project that me and Cap kind of
Originally
brainstormed
brought
on.
up by G.
Well, yeah, I brought it up, but we
It's a
batted
movie.
the idea back and
You
forth.
brought it up. I think I came up with the title.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Call it.
Now, I mean,
Makes
it
sense.
really is, I guess, would be our version
Okay,
of,
cool.
we're not going to call it a mixtape, we'll call it an EP.
All right, baby.
The beats being, some of your favorites that you probably heard from, I think we did a little bit from everybody I can think of.
Yeah, do you want to name what we already did? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we can name,
Okay. Yeah, we did. What was that? YG.
yeah, we did YG,
My hitters.
My
I'm
Hitters.
gonna say my hitters.
yeah, I don't want Hayes to
Show
get, I mean, number 3 to
purposes.
get mad.
But my hitters. We did Pound Cake with Drake.
That's
and
right, we did
Jay-Z.
Pound Cake, and,
What
Yeah.
a Drake track?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and killed it. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, we killed it.
Oh my
We
god.
killed
I'll
it.
be the judge of that.
Like, I touched the J Cole joint. I
Yeah,
don't-
you touched it. I didn't touch that
Should
one.
I release that? I don't know. We'll discuss
And
that.
then I did, what was that one? Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz.
Oh yeah.
All my bitches.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't write to that. I
Oh
was like,
man,
yo, I'm done.
I smashed that one too. Man. If I do say so
But
myself.
basically-
How many tracks was it going to be?
Wasn't like 5. It was whatever we could do in a day.
Yeah, we
Oh,
sat down
it
and
was a day
just.
project.
We
Yeah,
wrote it,
whatever-
recorded.
So whatever you got out in that day, that was
Yeah,
it.
but we didn't do the full day. That's why we're gonna revamp it.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we did what? We did.
5, 6.
Yeah, we did 5 or 6, and I think we did like 15 to 20 minutes writing on each, and then just went
Yeah.
in and recorded.
When is
recorded
this
it
going to be
and-
finished?
Well, whenever we sit down again and redo it.
And when is this going to be finished? See, this is why I
Here
like
we go.
deadlines.
Here we go.
Yes, here we go.
But
This is
see-
why I like deadlines.
Well, let's
But see,
tie
that's not-
deadlines into mixtape and albums. Let's,
Okay,
let's,
yeah,
let's tie
let's do that.
deadlines into
yeah,
that. Yeah,
Let's do
so-
that.
So,
Without a deadline, your project just moves and it doesn't have a direction or it goes nowhere.
that's
That
true.
is
Now, a
true.
lot
But
of
see,
people
this was the
forget to,
deadline. The CD is done. That the day we, at the end of that day,
Okay. So
and then
so what are we
within
waiting
the
for?
following week or two,
Yeah.
it'll be released because I gotta sit down, mix it, edit, and master it.
I still did not hear a deadline.
Because there is
No.
no deadline. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
there is a
not, 'cause
deadline.
That's more of a mixtape versus a
I don't
project.
care. It's a deadline.
Now,
I need that deadline because we got other stuff we got to work on.
yeah, this
Exactly.
was
So
not,
this is the team. This is why you need a team.
this was nothing ever supposed to be brought to the forefront. This is like when other projects are finished, then we can talk about this one. This one was for play
Who
because
didn't bother talking about it?
because I brought it up. That's why we're talking about it. Because G Squared wanted to talk about it, so I'm here.
You hear
to talk
that
about it.
insolence?
Oh my gosh, I am not diabetic. It runs in my family, but I am not. So don't talk about insulin. I'm very sensitive. Now,
You need help. Real help.
as I was saying, I mean,
But we do have projects coming up though that we're gonna release first of the year, right?
yes.
Yeah.
But with deadlines being tied into the mixtape and the album thing, if you're looking at your project, whether it be that street album or your regular album or whatever the case may be, that single, what should you look for when you're trying to pick a release date? What do you think?
I like to err on the side of 3-month release dates because from start of the project to finish. And the reason I say this is because everything moves in quarters in this country. When you look at a stock market portfolio for a company, it's built on quarters. So every 3 months out of the year, they look at everything, they review it, and you probably should handle your company that way, your business that way, your CD that way. You know, plan that release, because within that time frame, you see how everything's going, you see what's happening in the marketplace and in your general area, and you can build that marketing strategy a lot stronger. You know, so rushing a project to get it finished or dragging it out too long is really going to kill any kind of buzz that you have going. You know, really, if you can do it, if you do it properly, you can put out something every 6 months. You can do a project 3 months, market it the next 3 months, do shows. While you're doing that, work on something else. You got another project coming up.
Yeah.
So it's important to have, you know, 2 to 3 month deadlines if you can do it. You know, if you can do it. If you need to stretch it out more, you know, take time with that project and then work it for the next 6 to 9 months of the year. You know, if that's how you want to do it, and be ready to put something else out. Because even though you're not able to sell that mixtape, you can still make money doing shows. I mean, there's nothing to stop you from doing that. That's usually cash at the door. So, you know, get you a team. Get you some people that you believe in and that believe in you. Don't get your family. Don't necessarily get your best friends unless they've been rocking with you since day one.
Yeah,
they
they like
gonna-
really
they gonna
been
kill
rocking
you.
with you.
Yeah.
I just been there.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the good folks at Klassik Records. They work very hard.
Yes, they do. Those bastards.
They
It's
work.
like
They work
rats
really
in a
hard.
cage.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, but we do. We try. you
I
know?
did want to segue back to when you were saying what can someone do to transition
Mhm.
into making an album per
Yeah.
se.
They can
Um,
contact Capital K at Klassik Records for.
Also, you know, a lot of artists nowadays they do their own production,
Mm-hmm.
cost effective, you know,
Yeah. It
Because of
saves
money.
Yeah.
and you know, at the end of the day, you still want your quality.
Yeah.
You know, do your research. Look up to record. Look up to mix, edit. I'm still learning what equalizers and compressors are, and trying to use it to the best of my ability. But I've been working with it for years.
Yeah.
So you know, the knowledge of it, it's not like okay, I know everything. It's a continuous.
Because everything's
it's a
changing. It's
continuous
digital world now.
process.
So yeah, it's not like back in the day when you had your soundboards and all of that stuff and everything is there and you go in
Yeah.
and you record on analog. You know, nowadays things change. The next
You got it on
update to the
digital.
project, we
Yeah.
made more progress with how to fine tune this particular filter. You know, on the situation. So I mean, you know, it's always gonna be those changes.
Yeah,
So.
and you know, of course, every now and then I give out engineering tips. I don't know everything, but I know enough from my mistakes over the years to where, at least to where you can at least get decent recordings, and then you can pay somebody to mix it, edit for you,
Yeah.
or master for you.
Even
That
if
way
it's
you
just
say-
3 tracks to get you
say-
moving.
Yeah.
You know, and sell those 3 tracks and then release the whole album and you make it double the money. You made money off those 3 tracks and now you're gonna make money off those 3 tracks plus more. So you're doubling up your cash.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
also this actually just reminded me when we're talking about people who do mixtapes to promote. You know, remember Cricket Eye? Remember what he did?
Yeah.
He did. You told me this when he did it. He did 1 track a week for
Talking about
a whole year, right?
Yeah. Wait. You talking about Crooked Eye from Slaughterhouse?
Yeah,
Okay. We had this conversation?
yeah,
Okay.
years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Was I there?
you told me about Slaughterhouse,
Okay.
remember? And he put out 1 track every week.
Yeah.
That could be another thing. Like,
Yeah.
yo, every week somebody could look forward to your new
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
versus you just.
I mean, there's so
Sitting
many
aside.
things if you step outside
Yeah,
of
there's
that box
things- there's
of
things
what you
outside
think
of a
music
mixtape
should be
to get you out.
and make it what you want your music to be. Because that's what people are looking for, your unique brand. They're not looking for you to be the next Young Jeezy. They're not looking for you to be the next Jay-Z and do what they did, but to step outside of the box, think different, find out what can I do to make this, you know, stand out from the crowd. Because, I mean, in your hometown, no matter where you at, what city, what state, what country you in, if you look around, there are other musicians who are in your lane of music. There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, so how
You
you
know?
gonna
Yeah,
stand out?
what
for
are,
them?
what are you gonna do to stand
why,
out?
Why should I listen to you? He raps too.
Basically.
They have a band too.
Somebody I think who did that really well when they first came out. I'm not so sure anymore because I haven't listened in a bit. But Kid Cudi.
Oh,
Kid
yeah.
Kid
Kid
Cudi first
Cudi.
came out.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell what field to put him in. You know, you didn't know
Yeah.
if he was a singer or if he was a rapper, or,
yeah.
you know what he was. But I mean, he did it so well that his first album, you know, is considered a classic, you know, to some.
Yeah.
But it's a really solid piece of work, and I
Yeah,
think
it was. I liked it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
was
know,
different. It was very
different. He did the artwork himself on the cover. You know, it was very organic, very down to earth, but it was just him. And I think if you can find that, you can channel that in whatever it is you do, whether it be music, whether it be
The other
comedy,
thing too
whether it
you
be
can
anything.
do is
it's
use
good.
the barter system. Barter system is where you trade a skill set that you have
Yeah.
for a skill set that somebody else has. You know, and it's got to be mutually beneficial. That's business. You know, it's business.
To a
I'm
degree,
not
that's
gonna
what
do
we're
something for
doing
you.
right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there's so many ways if you just
So go ahead and give an example real quick.
An example of stepping outside of the box.
Yes.
Sure. One in particular.
No, not stepping out of the box, bartering.
Oh, bartering? Yeah. Like in the beginning, when we all got together, my photography services before we knew each other. You know, you needed photography work done.
Actually, I've got an example right now. Shout out to Piccadilly Boy. I was taking care of a design for that gentleman.
Oh yeah.
You know, just showing love, man. I mean, show love, get love. I feel like that all the time. You put out good things, you get good things. So
Well, yeah, there you have it.
Yeah.
Straight from G Squared's mouth.
to the horses.
No. But yeah, so I mean, you gotta think like that. You gotta think,
Yeah.
how can I get this done? There's no one way.
There's many ways to do it. It could be like say me. I will record, mix, edit, master. In return, someone may have a promotional company,
Yeah,
or you know, they do graphic design.
yeah,
I need my next album done. I'll record a song for you. You do the artwork on
Yeah.
my, you know,
do a commercial for him. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
someone does videos, and I got a cousin who does this, and you know, it's many ways to get what you need done.
And make
but
sure everybody
whatever you
gets
do,
credit.
yeah, whatever you do, put it on paper though.
Yes,
Yes.
Put it on paper.
yes, we're sticklers for that.
Yeah.
It's surprising
It's
some
not even
people
that.
though. When we walk up, we're like, okay, here's the agreement. Please read over it. Make sure you're agreed to the terms
Exactly.
that we discussed.
I mean,
And people look at you like, what the hell is this?
there was one I didn't even ask for money. I said, you know, it's
Yeah.
this is more of me getting my name out as an engineer. It says
Yeah.
that I don't own the master to your project, but you give me my credit. I mixed it
Yeah.
and mastered this project. It's a well, if I'm not paying, why we need to put it on paper?
I mean, business
make
is a
sure
dirty,
that-
dirty thing.
Yeah, because one, I'm the engineer. I mastered it. I have a copy of it mastered.
Yeah,
I can go copyright that right now and
absolutely.
own that song.
Yep.
So that's protecting you from me from taking your music, and two, you putting my name on the work that I did for that music.
Yeah.
So there it
I
goes.
mean, at the end of the day, you know, if you don't show love, you're gonna find yourself in flames real fast. You know,
That's true.
'cause you messing with an artist, man, they can put some stuff out to just burn your whole stuff down.
Slim black threat, inventive illustrator. Don't forget I add depth and get you a ventilator, then season your last breath. Different and innovative inscriptions that I have left on paper give concepts for haters to digest. Digress that I stress on the fact that their prognosis is lacking in progress. Just a small diagnosis diagram, a born veterinarian. Hide your bitches and dogs plus small pets. I'm daring you, come and test me. Number 2 on deck, proximity to a casualty, casually done. Prep up on you with fair warning, we swarm and cash all bets. Your debt has just exceeded all the ass you got left. Suggest you lead a premises, premonition on my penmanship, shitting all on your censorship. Senseless ain't done yet.